Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to do topic 19 of paper 2 topic 19. Here we will discuss genetic erosion, and gene banks, and we will also discuss gene banks here. So what is genetic erosion? It is the gradual reduction in genetic variability, decrease in genetic variability, that is in genetic variation in the population of species in the population of species due to elimination of various genotypes, due to elimination of various genotypes. So it is nothing but decrease in genetic variation, genetic variability, decrease in genetic variability of a species, population of a species. And genetic erosion is more in endangered species. Endangered species are more prone to genetic erosion, as because they are on endangered only. They are from before they are endangered, so only they are having from before they are having less variation, and instead so there is more chances of जेनेटिक इरोजन इन इंडेंजर्ड स्पीसीज. तो ये जो स्पीसीज है इंडेंजर्ड स्पीसीज पहले से ये इंडेंजर्ड है, मतलब पहले से ये कम है, इनकी पॉपुलेशन में वेरिएबिलिटी कम है, तो ये ज़्यादा प्रोन रहेंगे जेनेटिक इरोजन से. आई होप यू ऑल अंडरस्टैंड इट. नाउ व्हाट आर द कॉजेज ऑफ जेनेटिक इरोजन? फर्स्ट वन ऑफ रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ रेंज रेसेस बाय मॉडर्न वेराइटीज. रिप्लेसमेंट of land races by modern cultivars. Secondly, these land races are replaced by modern cultivars in modern agriculture, industrial agriculture. You know, different types of technology in agriculture, farming in wild habitat. Farming in wild habitat. So what happens when we farm in wild habitat? We replace the existing wild species. Clean cultivation, it reduces the chances of mixtures which create variation. Developmental activities which leads to destruction of many population of species. So these things lead to genetic erosion. Now moving on to the next topic of this session. Here we will discuss gene banks. These are genetic erosion. Now what are gene banks? Gene banks are a type of biorepository where preserved genetic in gene banks actually we preserve genetic material. So it kind of biorepository preserve there, biorepository which preserve genetic material. So here we preserve genetic material. A collection of, here we can preserve the collection of seed, plants, tissue cultures, etc. from potentially useful species containing genes of useful species, from potentially useful species which have very much significance in breeding. Okay. In plants, this could be done by freezing cut of the plants or stocking the seeds. We can done it by freezing cut parts or by stocking of seeds. So plant genetic material in gene bank is preserved in -196 degrees Celsius, that is in liquid nitrogen. They are preserved in liquid nitrogen as mature seeds or tissue. Gene banks exist to conserve the genetic diversity. They are used to conserve genetic diversity of wild and domesticated organisms. On which humans depend for food, fiber, medicine, energy, etc. For example of gene bank, there is NPPGR, National Bank of Plant Genetic Resources, like something. Its full from which it is in Delhi. Now this was about gene banks. Now what are the types of gene banks? Types of gene banks. So there are several types. Like first one is seed bank, where we can store seeds. Second one is tissue bank, to store tissue. Third one is cryo bank, where we do cryopreservation, where we preserve at liquid nitrogen. We preserve very low temperature, that is in liquid nitrogen, as I discussed earlier, in -196 degrees Celsius. Pollen bank, to preserve pollen. We have field gene banks. So what happens in field gene banks? To conserve, we do planting for their conservation. Planting. Suppose we need to conserve a crop. So what we will do in the gene banks, we will take area and keep planting these crops simultaneously, year after year after year. So by planting, it can be conserved. We have got a sperm bank. We have got ova bank, to conserve sperm and ovum. So these were the types of gene banks. I hope you all understand it. Now moving on, one question was asked in previous years, so we'll discuss it only here only. That is difference between plant patents and plant variety protection. Difference between plant patents and plant variety protection, PVR, and plant variety protection and plant patents. So here we protect the plant and its clones. Protection to plant and its clones. Here is the protection for plants, its clones, and its homozygous seeds also. Here we protect asexually reproduced plants, excluding edible timbers. Edible tubers, not timbers, edible tubers. So edible tubers have been excluded here, but here we protect sexually reproduced plants along with tubers. So tubers are excluded here, but it is included here. It is least expensive. It is more expensive than plant patents, but it is a softer system. It is expensive but softer system. What do you understand by softer system? That is system giving back to community. granted for invention which is a new product or process. It is granted for invention of new product or process. Invention of new product or process. It is given granted for protection of plant varieties. Its simple cause is for protection of plant varieties. It is given to farmers and plant breeders. It is regulated through Patents Act. Patents Act of 1970, which was amended in I hope you all have studied polity, so you know what amendment is. Amended in 2006. Here it is protected by PPV, that is Plant Variety Protection and Farmer Rights Act of 2001. It is under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Ministry of Commerce and Industry. It is under Ministry of Agriculture. You understand? It is for the period of 20 years, but it is for period of 15 years for field crops and 18 years for tree and vines. So I hope you all understand this. So this was the major difference between plant patents and plant variety protection. So this was all for today's session. I hope you all understand today's terms. For any queries, do comment. If you like it, please press the like button. Do share and subscribe. Keep making notes. I tell you in every lecture the notes are going to make Brahmas. The topics, the notes you are going to make through this course, the topics I am teaching is what will be asked in UPSC. Most of the question, almost every question will be directly from the topics I am going to teach here. So keep liking, keep subscribing. That's all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.